Okay folks, so here is the beginnings of doing the breezeway. We got 4 posts in the ground. Well, technically we got 6. And there's gonna be 6 that are over here too. I have to put this side up first to put sort of a makeshift dog fence up. Then I can work on this side. So it's gonna go between the house and the shop. There's I shouldn't say the house and the shop, the house and the garage. There's the garage. And it'll be about 9 feet wide, I believe. And it'll be about 25 feet long. And the problem is, it's gonna have to intersect the house there. I was gonna do the roof over the house and over the garage and not connect them. But I think it'll look better if I tie them in. It'll be a bit more work. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a gable end all the way from here to there, and then I'll do like a cricket that way, or maybe a hip style roof to intersect the other side. So these are started as 16-foot posts, and what I think I need is 12 and a half or 13, so I had to get the 16 footers, which kind of stinks just because they're so big to handle. I did cut 2.5 feet off of them to begin with, so they're about 13 and a half feet right now. So I will cut them off because I wanted to put at least 30 inches into the ground. Anyway, that's what I've gotten so far. And like I said, I'll update you. It's the day before Christmas, so probably won't be doing any more work until between Christmas and New Year's, and then after New Year's. So I don't suspect this project will be done before February, but we'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye. As you can see, my timing on projects and goals is nothing short of laughable when it comes to these things. Is now it's the middle of March and we're approaching Easter, and I'm not exactly done, but you'll see I've gotten pretty far. And so I just have pictures of the framing here, a lot of still photos of how things are doing. I did have to build my own trusses. I know you're not supposed to build them the way I build them. Like I just hammered those gussets in. You're supposed to screw them in, but it's only a 12 or a 9-foot span, so I don't think it's an issue. Here's a shot of them. We did have to get this truss done first. It's against the garage. And so once we got the height of that one, we could really start figuring out. And as you can see, it's attached. And it doesn't need to be attached. It just was easy to, structurally make it a little bit more sound to have it attached. I mean, those things are like 30 plus inches into the ground. As you can see, it's coming along here. This is the easy part. The in-between part is easy. The framing on either end was a little trickier. This was something I had to kind of fiddle around with. Was the fascia board is double angled and or double beveled, or whatever you want to call it. And so that was something I had to kind of adjust with. And then you see this is the hip style roof. I've never done a hip style roof. Made plenty of buildings before, but never done a hip style, always a gable. So that was a little bit, here's another picture of it. Had to do some learning on that. Probably if you're a framer, you're looking at that like, what is this guy doing? So anyway, here I nailed that sucker in and didn't dry it in, and ended up getting a huge rainstorm later that night. And you can see the big spot in the garage there, and then a huge puddle, well, pretty huge puddle on the floor there. And then you have my individual conventional framing there. As you can see, we're starting to make more progress with some sheeting on the roof, some more sheeting on the roof as it intersects the house here. That had to be some crazy stuff done there. Just sheathing and tar paper right there. I use 1/2-inch plywood in case you're wondering. And here I finally did dry that in. That's not the final version right there. It's just to keep it dried in while I did everything else. That was the last framing part I did because it was the most difficult for me to figure out. That's where the garage and the breezeway meet. This is where the house and the breezeway meet. You can see I'm doing the valley there. And there's a shot of it there. And I had to learn how to, roof a valley too, which wasn't a big deal, but I had to watch a number of videos. So this is the underneath part. I will cut this part out from the house and actually do a better job of intersecting those with the ceiling. You'll be able to see that once it's done. There's just some framing piece shots that you can see here. I still have to put the soffits in there, so that's another thing that's not done yet. So this is not the completed video. You can see it's sort of going to double as a porch. Now, I didn't have everything squared away. I had the gutters up before this picture, but I didn't have the downspout squared away. So I just had massive flooding in areas I didn't want flooding. And as you can see, here's the third. So there's 3 new downspouts on this thing. And so it's just a mess. And I have to figure out where this spot right up here, where the water's coming from. So I gotta figure that out because that's going to be problematic for me. So this is the end of the first video, one video of 2. And you have a couple shots here, 2 from the ground level and then 2 from the roof of either building, so you can kind of see the whole structure together. I will finish out the rest of it before I do the next video, which will include gutters, soffits, painting, a bunch of little gizmo things that we're going to do with the space that we're adding here, sort of, so on and so forth. But if you like this video, I'd appreciate it if you'd hit the like button, and if you wanted to subscribe and see more of the projects that I do, you can hit the subscribe button as well. Thanks for watching. Bye.